Proceed a short distance southwest.
Many ancient relics of the Sheikah were considered dangerous and were therefore entombed in darkness by the King of Hyrule long ago. In particular, the Shrine of Resurrection was considered especially dangerous, as it controls people's fates. It was kept under close watch by the royal family. Now that recent investigations into the divine beasts have revealed that this shrine was built in preparation against the calamity, however, we should move forward with its study.
Proceed a short distance south. Proceed a short distance southeast. Proceed a short distance south. Proceed a
Past this gate is a snowy landscape, cold enough for one to freeze there. The area is a place where heroes can test their skills, but the landscape is clearly not a natural phenomenon. Perhaps some ancient technology we have yet to learn about is being used here.
Guidance activating. Proceed east. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance southeast. Proceed a short distance south. Proceed a short distance south.
Royal princesses have a sacred power which is claimed to have been passed down generation after generation. In fact, the lineage traces all the way back to the first queen, when Hyrule was founded. The ritual at the Temple of Time falls upon the princess to carry out. But do my prayers even reach the goddess when my powers have yet to awaken?
Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance southwest. Proceed a short distance south. Proceed a short distance southeast. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance north. Proceed north and downward. Proceed northwest and downward. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed northwest and downward.
Here on the plateau, the Forest of Spirits is the only area dense enough to be called a forest. Back before the founding of Hyrule, however, the entire plateau is apparently covered with trees. Where the spirits plant roots, trees flourish, and forests are formed. In ancient times, this may have been a village of spirits.
Guidance activating. Proceed west. Proceed southwest. Proceed a short distance southwest. Proceed a short distance west.
When I first saw a hot-footed frog at Hopper Pond, I couldn't take my eyes off of it. I came here every day to observe
Rivali's
it.
gale
Mother's
is
face
now
grew
ready.
stiff when I showed her the frog. Though she never expressed outward disdain for them, she probably didn't want to speak poorly of something I liked.
Proceed a short distance.
There are many gaps in this mountain hut, and even the rope holding the logs together seems dubious. It is far too shabby for a hunter's cabin. I didn't enter. The hut seemed it may collapse at any moment, so I was unable to identify the owner. It should probably be dismantled before someone gets hurt.
Proceed a short distance west. Proceed southwest and upward. Proceed a short distance south. Proceed southeast and upward. Proceed northeast and upward. Proceed northwest and upward. Proceed upward.
From here, you can see the Great Plateau, or rather, Hyrule itself. At the castle, we are king and princess, but while here, we were father and daughter. It was in this place that I learned about everything from paragliders to cooking. I still remember the feeling of the warm doublet father wrapped around my shoulders.
Guidance activating. Proceed far northeast, distance southeast. Proceed southeast and downward. Proceed a short distance northeast.
Hyrule Castle was here on the Great Plateau in ancient times and is still under the protection of the kingdom. Father has decreed that the people are free to worship at the Temple of Time. Barring that, however, only the royal family may enter here. I imagine that is because the royal family still has many connections to this area.
Proceed a short distance east.
This is Hyrule's largest outpost, but it had humble beginnings as an encampment for travelers on a spiritual journey. Recently, a garrison was completed nearby, so the outpost now seems to serve as a place for soldiers to rest after long days. Its watchtower apparently a gift from them.
Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance southeast.
In addition to protecting the castle, it has become necessary to deploy our soldiers all across Hyrule. Outpost ruins are being temporarily used as military bases. The fountain at the center of Hyrule Garrison looks quite out of place, but it serves as an area of respite for the soldiers.
Proceed a short distance north. Proceed a short distance north. Please proceed. Proceed a
In Hyrule, there are a number of large decaying trees that are likely over 1,000 years old. Not unlike this tree stump, there is a legend about this tree in particular that says it was inhabited by a dignitary spirit. I, too, sense something important from this tree. An archaeological survey will soon take place here, so I cannot wait to hear about their findings. In Hyrule, there are a number of large decaying trees that are likely over 1,000 years old. Not unlike this tree stump, there is a legend about this tree in particular that says it was inhabited by a dignitary spirit. I, too, sense something important from this tree. An archaeological survey will soon take place here, so I cannot wait to hear about their findings. I have heard that the giant fossil in Bottomless Swamp was once worshipped by cultists who considered it the Demon King from ancient times. It is said that their blasphemous words against the goddess summoned evil spirits, turning the water impure and changing the very shapes of the rocks to ominous forms. Now it serves as a den for monsters, so setting foot inside is not possible.
Proceed a short distance north. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance northwest.
Mabe Village boasts the largest farm in all of Hyrule, with more animals than villagers. From making hay to processing milk, it's clear when something has come from Mabe Village, and the villagers take pride in that fact.
Please proceed. Proceed northeast. Proceed northeast. Proceed northeast. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance north.
Beyond the moat bridge lies a prison where those who have committed grave crimes are sent. Ever since I was small, I have been forbidden to cross here.
Proceed a short distance south.
This is a sacred place. Once, Daruk suggested I recreate a ceremony believed to have been held here in the past. The knighting ceremony, for the one wielding the sword that seals the darkness. It did not go well. Urbosa tells me I should look the knight in the eye, rather than looking at the sword. But whenever I try, I simply can't.
Proceed a short distance north.
This is the center of Castle Town, otherwise known as Central Square. The fountain area is crowded with people and vendors. It's always so lively. The mood and scents here sometimes cause a wave of nostalgia in me, reminding me of the flower crown Mother bought me here when I was little.
Proceed a short distance north. Proceed northeast. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance north. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed 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 a short distance north. Please proceed.
Hyrule Cathedral. When I was small, I used to imitate how Mother prayed when she came here. I should have watched her more closely. Or, no, perhaps instead, I must find my own prayer.
Guidance activating. Proceed northeast. Please proceed. Proceed north. Proceed a short distance north. Please proceed. Proceed a short distance north. Proceed a short distance north. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance northwest.
It is said that Hyrule Forest Park began with a single tree planted by the first king and queen of Hyrule. Since then, a tree has been planted each time the throne is succeeded, and now they make up this thriving woodland.
Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed north.
Urbosa has requested the construction of a new stable. The Gerudo often leave the city to travel when they come of age, so she asked for the stable to be set up near the entrance to Gerudo Canyon so they can prepare for their journey. This seems like just the right location for such a place. Normally, a stable is named after the area it's built upon, but this one sits upon a boundary. I wonder what it will be called.
Please proceed. Proceed a short distance north. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance east.
Though it is small, this settlement is the oldest in the land. Named after the founding king of Hyrule, there are various theories regarding the specificity of that name. Some believe that it was the king's residence, others that it was a village of his most ardent supporters, and yet others claim it was the birthplace of the Hylian queen. Ultimately, I'm not sure even the villagers themselves know the true origins of the name.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance.
The proprietor of Woodland Stable was deeply moved by how beautifully ornamented Mother's horse was, and is now studying techniques for adorning them himself. He even braided my horse's mane to match my own braids. Mother's care for horses lives on in this way. It fills me with joy to see it.
Please proceed. Proceed west. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance west.
Great Hyrule Forest is a sacred place where spirits reside. Only by following the wind's guidance can a traveler make their way through. The guidance is only offered up to a chosen few by the spirits themselves. Those who do not receive this blessing of wind will quickly find that they are right back where they started. It's easy to see how this grove came to be called the Lost Woods.
Proceed a short distance northwest.
When I heard Father announce that the knight chosen by the sword that seals the darkness was Link, I felt anything but calm inside. Whenever I hear that name, an anxiousness sets in. Even more challenging are my feelings of envy toward him. I wonder if there will ever be a day when I can look him in the eyes.
Guidance activating. Proceed a short distance north. In this The
great Deku tree watches over the sword that seals the darkness. I also view this tree as a mentor, in a sense. When the knight was chosen to wield the darkness-sealing sword, I felt nearly overcome by my feelings. But the great Deku tree offered me words of wisdom in that moment, encouraging me not to give up and that I had my own path to follow. Those words provide comfort to me still.
Please proceed.
The existence of a shrine has been confirmed here at Typhlo Ruins. Could that darkness act as a test to the one chosen by the sword that seals the darkness? I don't think I can go much farther, however. I wonder if I will have to ask him to come investigate. No, I don't want to have to rely on him for this.
Proceed a short distance south. Proceed a short distance southeast.
It has been decided that we will investigate ancient Sheikah ruins in preparation for the calamity. The entrance to the Royal Ancient Lab, which we were forbidden from opening, now stands open. Things such as blueprints still remain, and Pura and Robbie have been absorbed in reading them, sparing no time for sleep.
Double check your direction. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance east. 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 Please proceed.
Dorito and Gerudo coming here to offer up specialty wares from across Hyrule. Morita Exchange is always a lively place. In particular, the fish being sold here are popular among Rito and Gerudo alike. They sell out almost immediately.
Proceed a short distance northeast.
I've been told the people of Sirin Stable just moved here, hence the many wooden boxes all around. Originally, stables were started up by nomadic people who would host travelers. It seems the tents at these stables are a relic of such times. Nowadays, stables stay put, so finding a mobile one such as this is a rare thing.
Proceed a short distance southwest. Proceed a short distance west.
The origin of the Dragon's Blood Tree's name is unknown. At one time, the water from the surrounding mountains flowed into a network of rivers on this plateau. Perhaps the water itself was likened to bleeding, the network to blood vessels, and over time, it came to be associated with dragons, thus the current name.
Proceed a short distance east.
There are only 2 cherry blossom trees in Hyrule. They have been referred to as the Father Tree and Mother Tree. I imagine this is because the cherry blossom trees are sometimes worshipped for their supposed ability to purge evil spirits. Satori, who is said to live on this mountain, may be a protector of Mother Tree, sent by Father Tree.
Guidance activating. Proceed some distance southeast. Proceed southeast. Please proceed. Proceed a short distance southeast. Proceed a short distance south. Proceed a short distance southwest. Proceed a short distance west.
The area around Sanadin Park is a vast grassland. making it Hyrule's finest habitat for horses. The white horses of the royal family have been bred for generations, but I heard that the very first generation was born here. Apparently, there are still white horses around this area.
Proceed some distance southwest. Proceed some distance south. Please proceed. Proceed south. Please proceed. Please proceed. Proceed a short distance south. Proceed a short distance southwest.
Gerudo Canyon provides the only path leading to Gerudo Town. It seems monsters have made the former quarry into their base, and even the Gerudo, who are intimately familiar with the land, stay exclusively on the main road. Urbosa warned me countless times to exercise the utmost caution when traveling through here. I understand that the gates of Hyrule Castle are being built in preparation for the calamity. At the moment, Sheikah researchers and skilled Goron blacksmiths are working together and have gathered within the castle walls. It's clear to me that Father is taking the threat of the calamity seriously. Ah, the observation room. Father would often stand here, looking with kind eyes down upon the bustling town below. I recall him saying, One cannot rule a country without knowing its people.
Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance southeast.
The purpose of a gatehouse such as this is to allow enemy soldiers in, only to seal the entrance shut, cutting them off from their forces before wiping them out entirely. Over its long history, the first gatehouse has never been breached. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance west.
Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance west.
Urbosa's Glory is ready.
Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance southwest. Proceed a short distance south. Proceed a short distance south. Proceed a short distance southeast.
We are fortunate that so many aspiring soldiers have come to our aid from many different settlements. The guard's chamber is so crowded now that the sound of clashing swords seems unending. I, too, must contribute as best I can during these times.
Guidance activating. Proceed a short distance north. Proceed north.
Daruk's protection is now ready to roll.
Among the many overlooks, this is my favorite. I remember spending time with Mother here. Back then, Father still laughed. Frequently. I wonder if the day will come when we can laugh together like that again.
Guidance activating. Proceed a short distance north. Proceed a short distance.
Despite the lovely bed prepared for me here in my room, I cannot remember the last time I was able to sleep the night through. I suppose it's to be expected. If what was prophesied holds true, there is little time left.
Daruk's protection is now ready to
This
roll.
place was originally used as a watchtower, but I've repurposed it into my own study. It's perfect for conducting my studies away from Father's prying eyes. At the moment, I'm learning about ancient relics, as well as the preservation of endangered species. If the sturdy iron bars are any indication, those who are brought to the lockup must have committed weighty crimes. I don't believe it's been in use for a very long time, so the guards who would normally stand post here have instead been sent to watch over the castle.
Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a
The dining hall is occasionally used for grand banquets. I cannot say I enjoy the looks other attendees give me. They are always ones of expectation and disappointment. But whenever I feel such pressure, I fix my eyes on the knight who stands at the entrance to the hall. His unchanging nature is a welcome relief to me. Books from all around Hyrule live here in this library. As such, it is a critical place for conducting research. But Father has forbidden entry. Guards are on constant watch just outside the entrance. So, for now, it's best to enter using the hidden passage from the docks.
Please proceed.
I've heard the docks were originally built as an escape route for emergencies. Now, instead, it serves as a bustling hub for merchants and fishers. I've not seen that large brazier lit before. I wonder if there is a reason for it.
Proceed north and upward. Proceed north and upward. Proceed upward. Proceed upward. In this vicinity.
Days begin and end with the toll of this bell. Typically, it is heard throughout the castle and the town below. In the event of an emergency, however, its tone rings loud and clear all through Hyrule.
Guidance activating. Proceed north and downward. Proceed downward. Proceed south and downward. Proceed downward. Proceed south and downward. Proceed a short distance southwest. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance northwest. Proceed a short distance west. Proceed a short distance southwest. Proceed west and upward. Proceed upward. Proceed upward. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed east and upward. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance northeast. Proceed a short distance east. Proceed a short distance southeast. In this vicinity.
throne room sits at the center of the castle and is the site of many official events. Father would take the throne to the left, and Mother, the one on the right. Her throne remains unchanged and untouched since her passing.
Okay, let me just... Alright everyone, thanks for watching that. If you managed to watch everything, or are you just skipping to now? Before I started this, I had anticipated that there would be a longer discussion about the lore, etc. But at least what I did from this region, which was a lot, because I did Central Hyrule, Great Plateau, Hyrule Castle, the Great Hyrule Forest up north, so all that things count. I think I was expecting a bit more lore, but it's just more like, I see the value in this more of an active playthrough rather than just reading through everything at the end. But still, I think there's some fun things that we can touch upon. Let me look through. I took screenshots. The Hyrule Castle 2 Thrones. That one I thought was really cool, especially because it's Zelda's mom's throne, and you know what would be her throne is the one that's remained untouched since her passing, and even 100 years later it's still untouched. It's pretty cool. There's some cool symbolic meaning to that, right? Like, you know, Ganon could only defeat the king, right? That's why his chair is demolished. But that matrilineal side, Zelda's throne and Queen Zelda's throne, like that cannot be, you know, it remains untouched because it can't be defeated by Ganon. So I think that's cool. They're just little bits and pieces of world building, like in the specialties voice memory, when she talks about the Rito and Gerudo meeting up at the Merida Exchange. It doesn't, you know, change the timeline as we know it, but it makes, you know, it adds more life to the world of the games that we're playing in. The stables, Urbosa requesting a stable to be built is kind of cool. Satori Mountains cherry blossoms. This is cool. The father tree and the mother tree. I wonder how that's going to change in the Tears of the Kingdom. I haven't looked at any of the other voice memories, by the way. This is also my first time kind of reading and engaging with them all, but I just wanted to go in blind instead of be spoiled. Mother's prayer, Zelda watching her mom pray in the cathedral. When she talks about the knighting ceremony. The Royal Forest. It is said the Hyrule Forest Park began with a single tree planted. Okay, this one was interesting because if we are supposed to take what she says as truth, then one could easily go, and maybe I'll do this, you know, because I'm recording just my voice. Maybe I'll do this in the edit. One could easily just go to this Hyrule Forest Park, count every tree, and then we will know how many times the throne has been succeeded since its founding. Is that what it is? Yeah, by the first king and queen of Hyrule, so since its founding. Which, wait, that might be contradictory if the Hyrule Castle used to be on the Great Plateau. Right? Or that's another one of the memories it says. But if that other memory about Raru's settlement is to be true, then, you know, that's close by. The guidance of the spirits, that one's cool, where the talks about the lost woods. There's a lot of good Z-Link, slow burn, shoujo type of build up in these voice memories, so I don't know how anyone could still deny the Z-Link ship in these two games. It is, I think there's been like 4 memories in this you know, video alone about Zelda talking about not being able to look him in the eyes, which is kind of funny. Oh, I like the voice memory when she talks about the Great Deku Tree being her protector or mentor. That was really cool. The ancient tree stump in like the southwestern part of Central Hyrule. You know, it says that it was inhabited by dignitary spirits, so maybe what that tells us is that the Deku Tree is not the tree, but the spirit in the tree, and then it wears trees like a skin or clothing, and that's why the Lost Woods can be anywhere, and it accounts for previous games having Lost Woods in different places. Which made me think of, oh, here, look, Hyrule Castle was here on the Great Plateau in ancient times, still under protection of the kingdom. So does that mean that the Hyrule Forest Park, the Tears of the Kingdom, that is going to reveal all? Father has decreed that people are free to worship at the Temple of Time. Barring that, however, only the royal family may enter here. May enter the Great Plateau? Just a lot of connections to Tears of the Kingdom too. I think maybe they took the feedback of a lot of people feeling like the sequels don't connect well or in an explicit way. I don't know if I would agree necessarily, but these things definitely remedy that. The taboo relics, they're talking about the Shrine of Resurrection. And, Zelda brings on to this era of when the Sheikah were kind of banished by the kingdom. That is interesting. That's after the first calamity, right? The 10,000 years ago, which is not the years ago of the founding. Wait, maybe we could connect the two, right? So here's the thought experiment. If 10,000 years ago was the first calamity, and then an unspecified time ago was the founding of Hyrule, maybe we can, I don't know, average a lifespan of someone by, like, I don't know, I think there's a mathematical way to figure out the distance of time roughly, or how many passing of kings and queens there's been. Okay, I don't know if this makes sense. So 10,000 years ago, and then we see that, how many trees there are, and if it can feasibly lead to 10,000 years ago, maybe using Impa's age as a reference, or like 100 years, the average lifespan, maybe like 100, 120 years for a Hylian or something. And then go back and we can see how long ago, before the 10,000 years ago, that Rauru and Sonia actually were, and where the rest of the timeline could potentially fit in it. Unless the rest of the timeline comes before, which could be interesting. What else do I have? Oh, the memories with Father, where Zelda talks about her dad. But more specifically, hanging in the Great Plateau with her dad. And while there, they weren't, a king and princess, but father and daughter. And she knows how to use a paraglider and cooking. But I think the thing is, like, the bit is Zelda's not a good cook, so maybe she didn't learn much. But what's interesting about that is she's familiar with the Great Plateau, but not with his cabin. So I wonder if maybe I could check his I would check his diary. Maybe I can do that real quick. I won't do it on the recording, but I would definitely want to check his diary to see when the hunter's cabin gets built, Rome's cabin gets built. Because if this cabin is unfamiliar to Zelda, it probably seems to me that, Rome may have built this after the queen died, and like he just couldn't handle fucking Zelda, and his wife is dead, and he just fucking isolates himself in the fucking mountains. Oh, this other one I kept a note of, where spirits reside. Here on the plateau, the Forest of Spirits is the only area dense enough to be called the forest. Yes, yes. Back before the founding of Hyrule. Yes, yes. So this made me think, if this aligns with what I'm thinking about the Deku Tree being a spirit that inhabits a tree, but is not the tree itself, and can move from the tree, right? That means, oh shit, did it pause? Is my recording good? What the hell? Oh no, we're good. You know, that means that maybe in the village of spirits, or the forest of spirits on the Great Plateau, the Deku Tree was also, the Deku Tree and the Master Tree were also once there. Maybe the Master Sword was in the Temple of Time or something. Mabe Village is pretty sick. But nothing, it's not called Romani Ranch or Lon Lon Ranch. I can't remember. Mabe Village with the Lon Lon Ranch. That's, you know, another cool shout out. Ah, this one's probably interesting too. The Den of Madness. The giant fossil in the bottomless swamp was once worshipped by cultists who consider it the demon king from ancient times. Talking about demise, which is interesting because I haven't gotten there yet, and I'll be in like the next section of videos. This actually took me a while to do. I thought the Breach of Demise would have its own thing, or that would be the source of demon kingness. But this memory that states otherwise, with the icky muddy water, is interesting. And I also wonder how that's then talked about in the Tears of the Kingdom with the depths and all that stuff. But yeah, that was about it. I wanted to just briefly talk about all the things. I thought, you know, maybe once I've gone through everything, I can do like a standalone video just compiling the biggest lore takeaways, and maybe I'll make a document or something. But if you don't have the game, you know, watch through this. But if you do have the Switch 2 edition, I recommend playing it through yourself, and don't rush through to get all the things or all the voice memory. I don't think it was fun. If you're gonna start a new playthrough, I think that's the best way to do it. Do all the stuff while it's near you. I've been enjoying going through Breath of the Wild again. Not restarting, but just playing the game again, remembering the parry timing and all the stuff and techniques that I've learned throughout the years and glitches. And it's funny because my brain is so hardwired to Tears of the Kingdom now in terms of movement. And it's funny because I think for a while when I was playing Tears of the Kingdom, I was like, man, I miss like certain things from Breath of the Wild, like stasis, whatever, etc. But the movement is just so much better. There's so many times where I wanted to dive or glide in my wingsuit or use Ascend. I think that's what it is, Ascend, right? Yeah, but all in all, good time. So I highly recommend you guys play it, go through, catch up on the memories, see what you know. And I think for the next one, I will do the Akala and Elden regions next, because Akala is my favorite region. Alright everyone, peace out. Thanks for listening, watching, whatever. And goodbye. I love you. Or something.